time.
We agreed at. What is up, everybody? I didn't really record everything that I wanted to. I apologize to everybody who was anxious or excited to see that. The reason why was because I don't have a trailer and I didn't have ramps. Once it was loaded up, it was just really difficult to get it out, and I didn't want to try to get it out any other way. But anyways, y'all, so I'm gonna go over what we bought. This bike is a 2007 Harley-Davidson Softail Standard FXST. I purchased this bike from MPA, as you guys saw, or as you guys have seen in the either previous clips or the previous video. The bike itself was not a bad bike. It had a few issues. It had some scrapes. I bought it for $3,700, so after fees I was around 38. I was $38.65 roughly out the door. That takes us to part two. Y'all know how much I spent on the bike, and a few things that the bike needed just to kind of run it back a little bit. It needed some tail lights, or excuse me, some blinkers. The frame tab was bent on the bottom brake side. Casing scratches underneath the primary. Multiple things. One, I made a full list of dealers, and I'll put a picture here. I have a whole full phone script that if you guys are interested in, I could go over with you guys to kind of know exactly how you should call these dealers, what you should say on the initial call, and then what you should put in the text or emails, or on the phone calls whenever you are reaching out to them when you get your inventory. I wrote the spreadsheet down, and then once I got the bike, just did a whole breakdown of all the information you need to send to a dealer whenever they're not seeing you in person. And then it was pretty simple. At that point, I sent it off. Next thing you know, they said yes, no. They gave me a potential buy bid. I did that until I got a few relatively decent answers. And then at that point, I got in the truck and I drove to those few places, because not everybody's gonna be interested. I think I had 3 different bids. All of them were for anywhere from $500 to $1,000 less than what I paid for the bike. I reached out to somebody yesterday, and they said they might be interested in it, and it was cool. They're really cool guys, and ended up taking it down there. They said they would give me this. They saw it in person. It was a little bit rougher than they thought, which is fine. And they actually gave me a little bit more than what I paid for it. So we still made a profit. We spent $3,750 or $3,700. It was $38.65 out the door. He paid me $4,000. So $135 profit. Is that enough to pay any bills? Absolutely not. But what that does, though, is it allows me to not have to lose money on my first deal, and it's still some sort of profit. So you had about 1 hour of drive time initially. You had about 20 minutes of work, 30 minutes of work to it. So that's an hour and a half. And then you had another drive time, so it's about 30 minutes, or excuse me, the drive time for just the auctions was about an hour, and then you had about 30 minutes of work roughly, and then today, from the first initial jump to that one, is about an hour and a half, so that's a total of what? 1.5 plus 1.5 is 3 hours. And then you had the calling, which was about 2 hours. It's about 5 hours of total work, maybe 6. We'll give it 6 just to kind of say if I missed anything. 6, now if you do the math, 135 divided by 6, about $22 an hour roughly, right? If you do the math. It's not a bad first go round, but that's not enough to pay bills. So if you're really trying to get this hustle on, to finish this real quick, I'm gonna try to put it on the charger, but you gotta hustle in order for you to do well in wholesale. You gotta buy a lot, sell a lot, and hope that you can come up with one big one that'll make most of the bills come. If not, you gotta just buy and sell a whole bunch. With that being said, thank you guys for watching this video. I'll catch you guys in the next video. We'll see if we can make a profit in the next one.
Let's go.